Camaro 6th gen sales numbers, overall numbers for Camaro, and some fun discussion and details you may not have known about our beloved Camaro nameplate. Let's get to it. Today's Lethal Garage video is sponsored by none other than Lethal Garage. Check out our custom flex fuel kits using OEM parts direct from GM. Check it out at lethalgarage.com. What's going on, guys? Matt over here with Lethal Garage, and today we want to talk about all things Camaro sales. If you guys are interested in some numbers, some cool facts and everything, make sure to follow along in this video. Make sure to hit subscribe for more content like this. And honestly, today was kind of surprising because there were some numbers revealed by GM for their full total year sales, which showed Camaro to be up 12% in sales overall against previous year, which, as many of you know, GM couldn't even produce that many Camaros because of chip shortages and all that other greatness. But overall, Camaro sales were up. Let me grab I have a huge paper full of lots of data, so I'm going to be reading off this because I pulled together all sorts of data of information just to have a little fun here. So not all these numbers are exact or precise and to the point, but I did want to try to dwindle things down that made sense. I was able to find all sorts of information on the Wikipedia for Camaro. I was able to find details via Camaro6.com on details that people had pulled together from information that GM Heritage had provided. So some of these numbers are accurate, some of them aren't. I have some calculations in general just showing what is the total value of the 6th generation brand to GM. And yeah, so first and foremost, again, 2022, GM saw sales increase. They moved 24,652 units of Camaro. We don't have a breakdown from basically 2021 to 2022 on individual models, so like 1LT, 2LT, 1SS, 2SS, and then the breakdowns of like ZLEs versus ZL1s and all that other junk. There are some details on the ZL1s on 2021 and 2022 on the forums, Camaro6.com, but outside of that, I haven't been able to pull together a full list of everything outside of just the generic 2016, 2017 models, which I helped or utilized to extrapolate some details I want to share with you and just kind of fun stuff. It's probably way off, but it's still interesting to look at nonetheless. So based on Wikipedia for the 6th generation, the 6th generation Camaro has moved about 313,000 cars since its inception in 2016. Well, technically they started production 2015 for the 2016 model year. Very interesting how that all works, and then up to 2022 end of year. So 313,000 units total. Now, GM hasn't moved that low of Camaro ever. Like every generation before it has sold better than that. But it's interesting looking back at all the generations of Camaros to see really what was the generation that sold the best. And it may surprise you. Many people are like, oh, the first gen, everyone loved the first gen. While that's true, a lot of people love the first gen. They didn't even sell over 700,000 units of the first generation. Yes, it was in production the least amount of years compared to all the other generations in total. But the second generation Camaro was actually the best selling generation, and that was mainly after the refresh 75 plus, where the sales really jumped in. So it's kind of interesting to see that, but the second generation moved 1.9 million units. Obviously, I'm not being precise, just looking at overall numbers. The third generation moved 1.45 million, and then the fourth gen moved 612,000. The fifth generation, while it was deemed successful, I believe moved just over 500,000 units, although Wikipedia is showing 496,000 units, so I don't know how that pans out. Wiki seems to be a little bit off compared to GM numbers, but overall you're looking at I think it's 5.5 million Camaros sold across the board, obviously rounding up with the 6th generation at 313K. So kind of interesting. Now, a lot of you guys may be sitting back and going, okay, what does this all mean? You know, how much money has the Camaro nameplate made GM? It has made GM a lot of money. Obviously, first, second, and third gen made probably the most money for GM. I don't know the profit breakdowns back then versus they are now, and even then, we still don't have those details like analysis extrapolate what GM makes gross profit per vehicle or outlines what it could be. and people kind of accept that. But I did one less better. Is that backwards? I went through and I looked at the percentage breakdown for 3 years of Camaros, of the 6th gen Camaro sales, to get an average of how many like LT models, SS models, and ZL1 models. Now, obviously, the ZL1's a little skewed because it wasn't available in 2016, but I did the best I could versus the sales numbers that were available. So it breaks down in an interesting way. LT sales make up about 58% of all the Camaros sold for the 6th generation each year. Again, these are not perfect, scientific, direct numbers, so take them with a grain of salt here, but this was me trying to just play around and figure out, okay, let's see how much the 6th generation Camaro sales are worth in regards to all of the sales for the 6th gen for GM. So 58% LT sales, 38% SS sales, and 4% ZL1 sales. Notice how I didn't break it out by motor or anything like that. I just did by the models. So I took the average value between all the trims. So like the 1LT, 2LT, 3LT, well, technically the 3LT didn't come for later. Then you have the 1SS, 2SS, and then the 1LE, and then obviously the ZL1, and then the ZL1 1LE. So I took the average between those costs just to give an idea of what is one of those cars worth. So if you break that down for the 2022 sales year, so 24,652 units, broke up by those percentages: LT 58%, SS 38%, and ZL1 sales 4%. That makes the Camaro brand worth $830 million to GM. Again, not a precise number, probably not even accurate, but something fun to look at. Almost $1 billion. Well, shy 200 million or 170 million of $1 billion. But if you look at the sales totals based on Wikipedia sales numbers, which I do believe are a little bit off, at the 313,000 units sold across the 6th generation. So that's 2016 to current 2022 end of year. Broken down by those percentages, that makes the lifetime value of the 6th generation Camaro $10.5 billion. Now, I don't know how much GM spends on tooling a new vehicle or anything like that, or if you want to extrapolate what their gross profit is per vehicle. I have no idea how to break that down or what those numbers are, but if you guys know or have a general whatever consensus of what that could be, post down below in the comments. But it's interesting to just step back and look back and be like, wow, the 6th generation was the worst selling generation of Camaro, and it still grossed $10.5 billion in sales, roughly. Again, math could be completely off, but even if it's off 10-15%, that's still a crap ton of money. Way more money than I'll ever see in my lifetime. And it's interesting, just kind of taking a look at everything. You know, I looked at some finite details. So 313,000 6th generation cars created. The 1979 2nd generation Camaro is a rock throw away from selling that many units just 1 year. So in 1979, GM almost sold as many Camaros as they did in 7 years making the 6th generation. One of the other things, the 4th generation, which as many of you guys know, led to production being stopped on Camaro. And I don't want to necessarily blame the 4th generation Camaro, market conditions, what buyers were buying. You can see a decline in sales for two-door coupe cars at that time across the market. And unfortunately, GM was the only company to stop production of their muscle car, which was unfortunate. Again, it sold 612,000 of the Catfish Camaros over 10 years and never had a lower year in sales than the 6th generation Camaro. That's crazy to think about, considering a car that a lot of people say put the Camaro nameplate in the grave and stopped production from that 2003 all the way to 2009 of void non-production years, with the 5th generation making a debut in Transformers and launching the brand in 2010. It's crazy to think that they continued to produce the 6th generation car for as many years as they did and still reached numbers that were well below the 4th generation Camaro in sales. So GM definitely has given the Camaro nameplate a chance to push forward. And I think at $10.5 billion, if that's an accurate number or anywhere close to it, I don't think that's a bad return on investment. Now, does GM want to make more money than that and invest more money in vehicles that are going to make them more money than that? Of course they are. And they have to answer to shareholders and everybody else to drive it forward. Now, am I going to be selfish and ask GM to continue on the Camaro nameplate and making gas-powered or ICE V8 vehicles? Hell yeah. I would love to continue to see new vehicles come out under the Camaro nameplate that still have gas-powered motors. If it involves hybrids or also launching electric variants alongside of it, do it. But just, don't get rid of all of it. It seems like Mohr or Dodge are going to release gas-powered Charger Challengers still. And I think companies kind of have to if they want to be successful with their models, because once you get outside of major city centers, the world is not fully set up for electric vehicles yet. So it's just not there yet. And if they're going to get way less sales launching an EV variant of anything than they are the gas-powered variants that are rolling out now. And they can definitely roll out both. They have the manufacturing facilities to do it all. I just hope GM, if they do carry on or rebring the Camaro back, that there's at least options instead of EV only. That would be the hope. So lots of talk about a potential umbrella brand and GM bringing it back. All the sources that internally are coming out are saying that's not happening. Maybe it was presented, but it's not something that has a green light. Currently, we don't know. And we could just hope GM is going to do right by its customers who love their cars. But I think at the end of the day, we have to step back and just say best gen is second gen, right? I mean, it's I'm just going to throw that out there. I know we're like 12 minutes into this video, but it's pretty funny that the 2nd generation Camaro is on record with the most units sold across all of the generations, but yet when they brought the Camaro back, they brought it back modeling it off of the 1st generation, which, I mean, I guess it's a nod to the heritage and where the Camaro came from, but it makes you wonder if things could have been different if they brought it back with 75 plus tones of 2nd gen. And I mean, you look back at Transformers in the last couple of years where they have the old B, I believe it's a 78 if I'm not wrong, for the car that they used in that one. I think. Don't kill me if I said the wrong year. I'm just going off of memory here. I don't exactly remember the year of the car. I think it's a 78. But what if they relaunched the 6th generation with 2nd gen vibes, considering they almost sold 2 million units of that vehicle over its lifetime of production? Like, that's crazy. 2 million Camaros. And it's funny because I think more of these 2nd gen Camaros were destroyed and just left for dead and crushed and gone than just about any of the other ones. I mean, I see pictures of piles of them that were sitting in junkyards. Like, it's sad. It's sad to see. It's a different time, obviously. It was a different time when those cars came out. It's a different time now. The market, the trends, what everybody wants and needs is obviously completely different. But it makes you still wonder what would have been, could have been, should have been. I don't know. But at the end of the day, other fun facts. I know some of you guys out there have ZL1s, might be wondering what the rarest year is. From 2017 to 2020, because we don't have 21 or 22 years, which I do believe 21 and 22 will be the lowest production years for the ZL1. But out of 17 to 20, 2020 was the lowest production year, with 2018 being the highest production year. Over 1,000 ZLEs with, quite almost 5,600 or something like that, regular ZL1s. So it's interesting to see there's only like 10, 14, 15, probably 16,000 ZL1s total from its inception in 6th generation, and the least amount of them will be produced probably in 2022 with all the restrictions that happened at that time. Most definitely, I believe ZLEs are the most reduced. Or for those of you who don't know, ZL1 1LE, its RPO code is ZLE. I think it will have its lowest production year in 2022, or probably 2023, knowing we're going into the final year. But if you look at GM's history, the final production year of a vehicle usually has the higher sales than the year prior. So we may be going into a year that may beat the 24,000 number from 2022, with basically the entire market and everyone else saying 2023 will be the final year of Camaro. So with people thinking that, or because again, GM hasn't confirmed it, they may go out and be like, hey, I'm going to snag one while I still can. So that's that. So that's today's fun video. Sorry, it's a lot of talking for 15 plus minutes or whatever this video ends up getting edited down to. I thank you for checking out the channel and being a part of the Lethal Garage. Obviously, we're going to keep creating videos around Camaro, whether it's 2nd generation, 1st generation, 6th generation, whatever generation we get into next or continue working on. Look for more videos and content around that. But thanks for checking it out. Thanks for subscribing and being long-term followers. We're coming up close on 80,000 subscribers. I would love to one day get a silver play button. I think that would be a pretty epic achievement. So we got to get like, what, 21,000 more people to subscribe. So tell a friend to come subscribe. But until next time, guys, I'll see you on the road.